A lot of people ask about Facebook ads for real estate. And obviously, most of the time you're looking at how can you generate leads from them. Obviously, there's a couple different ways that you can use Facebook ads when it comes to real estate marketing, or really any marketing, right? So one of those ways is to actually generate leads, and the second way is to build brand recognition. Generally, when it comes to Facebook, outside of going down the long rabbit hole of truly running lead gen campaigns to new audiences for seller valuations and all that, we're going to leave that for another video. But let's talk about how we can target your existing audiences. So when I say target existing audiences, really there's generally two types of audiences that we want to retarget. So one is going to be website traffic, right? People that have visited your website at some point in time, right? So we can set that up on Facebook up to a 180-day range. Generally, for most real estate agents, you're going to want to set that to that max 180-day range. The reason being is that you probably don't have so much website traffic that you're trying to limit that more. The second is actually uploading what Facebook calls a customer list. That's how you create a custom audience. So for both of these types of lists, we're going to need to upload them into our Ads Manager account. So you'll need a business account and you'll need an Ads Manager account inside of Facebook. So once you have that, you'll set up your pixel and you'll install that pixel on your website. If you're using a forced lead gen capture tool, such as like a RealGeeks or a Boomtown, you can pass the data back from your system to actually let Facebook know that somebody signed up as a new lead. Just talk to RealGeeks or Boomtown or whoever you're using to have them assist you with setting that up. Just let them know that you're trying to set up a Facebook lead conversion. So on the retargeting, right? So again, we're either retargeting our traffic or we're targeting a list that we're uploading. So again, with the traffic, the other thing that you can do to set up retargeting for your traffic is to use Google Tag Manager. If you're not already using Google Tag Manager, it's very helpful. You can install the Google Tag Manager code snippet. You install that once, and then you can add all sorts of different tracking tools to it. So Facebook, Google, right? There are thousands. So you'll install Google Tag Manager and then you can install the Facebook pixel into Google Tag Manager. So once we have our Facebook pixel set up and we're recording traffic, right, we're going to create an audience that retargets that traffic. So we can create that audience. We'll probably set it to 180 days. We'll just name that audience website traffic. So once we have our website traffic, now what we're going to do is we're going to create ad campaigns that target the traffic. So you can do that two ways. One is inside of the Ads Manager. The other is that just real simple Facebook boost. So you have a post, you click on it, there's the option to boost the post, and then you're going to boost it to your audiences. So again, either that website retargeting audience or that customer list / custom audience inside of Facebook. For the most part, you really don't want to do anything less than $5 a day. $5 a day is kind of a very bare minimum. Generally, you can expect on a retargeting list to pay anywhere from about $15 to $30 per 1,000 impressions. So if we just call that, say about, $20 per 1,000 impressions, then that would mean that, 5 divided by 20, right? So, divide that by 4, if you will, right? 20 divided by 5 is 4, 1,000 divided by 4, 250. So $5, you can expect 250,000 impressions per day if you're hitting that 25, if you're hitting that $20 per CPM or $20 per 1,000 impression rate. So $5 is kind of that minimum. I wouldn't go lower than that. And, from there, in terms of what your ads are going to be, generally the easiest thing, if you are spending at that very low end of the spectrum, that $5 per day, I would recommend that you're really just boosting posts at that time. So what I would post are images from listings videos. So if you're out doing video walkthroughs and posting that type of stuff to YouTube already, that's really good to do. You can do selfie videos, just add a listing. Those are, super easy to do, super useful. If you do have listings, then, you're probably already generating just listed, just sold, and other proof of production style postcards. You can take the images of those postcards, post those to Facebook, and then you can boost those, and that's super simple. Generally, at this level, we're really just looking for brand recognition, right? We're doing retargeting audiences. But if you are set up to a forced lead gen capture site to capture lead conversions, and Facebook knows about them because you did set all that up properly. So generally in Facebook terms, we call it a registration. So if we are capturing those registrations, then we can actually create campaigns that are focusing on the registrations. But generally, as a rule of thumb for Facebook, you need to have 50 or more conversions per day or per week in order for it to target based on that. So, for the most part, it's really good to set those up, but I would keep my targeting actually to what's called a reach campaign, which in the newest Facebook version falls under what's called awareness. So your campaign type will be awareness. Your ad set type will be a reach. And that reach campaign is just gonna take that custom audience, so either the customer list or that retargeting, and it's going to bid to get the most possible impressions. And for this type of a campaign, that's fine because you don't need Facebook to say, okay, who's the best possible target here, right? Who's most likely to convert? 'Cause you're not really going for conversions. You're really going for brands. So somebody that's been on your website or someone that is on a list that you've uploaded to Facebook, that's already a really good target. You know that, you want to stay in front of them, create that awareness. So really that is the, probably the simplest and most reliable way for you to create that sort of a Facebook campaign when you're really just trying to build your real estate brand. 𝗪𝗶𝘀𝗲 does have the ability to create campaigns from these customer lists built in. So if you have a list inside of 𝗪𝗶𝘀𝗲 that you're farming, as long as you have any level of subscription, you're able to push that list directly into Facebook as a customer audience. Or as a customer list / custom audience. So that's very useful. The 𝗪𝗶𝘀𝗲 help stuff does have information on how to do that. It is really an advanced feature though. It's something you may have to play with a little bit. But also, right inside of Facebook, you can also download any list and upload it as a customer list. And again, that retargeting pixel is going to be your #1 source of audience generation, as long as you are driving traffic to your website. So that's it on Facebook ads for real estate agents.